Hello, dear students. A very good afternoon to everyone. I hope all of you are in good health. As there is no lockdown anymore, we need to be more sincere and careful for our health. Take proper care of your health and give time to your studies as well. See, dear students, awareness is the precaution. किसी चीज़ को जानना ही उसके बचाव का माध्यम बनता है एंड प्रिकॉशन इज़ ऑलवेज बेटर देन क्योर और परहेज को हमेशा इलाज से बेहतर माना गया है. प्लीज़ मार्क दीज वर्ड्स एंड कीप इट इन योर माइंड. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, रिसीविंग एजुकेशन इज़ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट वे टू गेट अवेयर ऑफ most of the things happening around us. एजुकेशन ग्रहण करना एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण साधन है अपने आसपास घटित होने वाली चीज़ों के बारे में बेहतर तरीके से जानने के लिए. एजुकेशन एंड गेनिंग नॉलेज ऑलवेज हेल्प अस आउट ऑफ द डिफ़िकल्ट सिचुएशंस ऑफ आवर लाइफ. मुश्किल स्थितियों से हमेशा शिक्षा और ज्ञान हमें बाहर निकालने में मदद करते हैं. Well, let's move together to achieve this aim of increasing knowledge. Trust me, dear students, together we can and we will make a difference. अगर हम एक दूसरे का साथ दें तो हम एक बदलाव ला सकते हैं, डिफरेंस क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. We have finished a poem Wind by Subramanya Bharati recently. In last to last class, I asked you to revise अलंकार. मैंने आपसे अलंकार को दोहराने के लिए कहा था. Whatever you have studied about अलंकार in previous standard, it would help you out in learning what I am going to tell you now. In English, we call it literary devices or फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच. भाषा को सजाने वाली तकनीक ही अलंकार कही जाती है. अब हम भाषा को अलग अलग तरीके से सजा सकते हैं. ड्यूरिंग द एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ द पोम वी कैम अक्रॉस सम अलंकार. बिफोर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग द न्यू लेसन आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अ लिटिल अबाउट फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच टुडे. लिसन वेरी केयरफुली एंड ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. We have found that this poem is written in free verse. FREEVERSE. Free verse is a pattern of poem. Dear students, we may write a poem with different pattern. Free verse is one of them. Free verse is a pattern when we find no rhyme scheme in the poem. It is known as free verse. Telling you about more patterns. When we find a poem consisting of 14 lines, it would be called sonnet. Giving you one more example. If a poem describes a story in poetic pattern, then this pattern of poem is called ballad. BALLAD. Thus, there are many patterns of writing a poem. We are now talking about wind. Actually, it is free verse, but we find some literary devices in it, especially in the first half of the poem. First of all, throughout the poem, wind has been personified. Personified means it has been used as if it is a person, as if having life in it, while we know the fact that it is an inanimate or insensible object, or you can say non-living thing. So this device, when we show a non-living thing as having life in it, is known as personification. In Hindi we say it manvikaran. At first the poet has used it in the very beginning when he says wind come softly, as if asking to a person to come softly, to come slowly. Then in lines 6, 7 and 8 that begin with you, Dear students, we know that you is a pronoun, and the poet has used this pronoun as if wind is a person, because we use a pronoun in place of noun. This is personification. The second device we find here is anaphora. 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 पुनरुक्ति अलंकार. The repetition of a word or phrase in two or more continuous lines, it is called anaphora. जब हम एक शब्द या शब्दों के समूह को दो या अधिक लगातार आने वाली लाइनों में लिखा हुआ पाते हैं तो इसे पुनरुक्ति अलंकार कहते हैं. Like lines 2, 3 and 4 begin with don't. So it is an example of anaphora here. The next device we find here is repetition. Repetition means पुनरावृत्ति, बार बार आना. When a word is repeated many times to lay emphasis. Emphasis means stress. EMPHASIS. When a word is repeated many times to lay stress on an expression, on a thing, it is called repetition. As in lines, as we find in lines 9, 10 and 11. The word crumbling is repeated many times, where the poet wants to say that the wind crushes everything. Everything that is weak or feeble. FEEBLE. Everything that comes its way. Okay. The next device here we find is alliteration. ALLITERATION. Anupras alankar. The repetition of a consonant sound in close connection is called alliteration. In line 12 we find wind winnows. Va. Repetition of Vyanjan sound va. In next line we find want what. Again the same sound is repeated. When we find this kind of quality somewhere in a poem, it is called alliteration. Last but not the least, we find symbolism in the poem. Symbolism means pratikatmakta, where an object, person or situation has another meaning than its literal meaning. जहाँ किसी चीज़ का, व्यक्ति, वस्तु का या स्थिति का अपने शाब्दिक अर्थ से हटकर कोई दूसरा अर्थ प्रकट किया गया हो, it is called प्रतीकात्मकता और symbolism. So what is the example of symbolism in the poem? In the poem, wind is a symbol because it refers to the challenges and adversities and difficulties in our lives. Okay, dear students, try to revise these literary devices or alankar, whatever have been told to you just now. Now we start the introduction of our next story, that is The Little Girl. As the title reveals itself, this story is going to be a story of a girl who is little, means young in age, छोटी है उम्र में. So The Little Girl is a short story about a girl named Kezia. Kezia. Her father is shown a very busy man throughout the story. He is shown so much lost in his own world of business, in his own business, that he had no time for his family. इतना ज़्यादा व्यस्त दिखाया गया है कि उसके पास अपने परिवार के लिए समय ही नहीं है. He is also over disciplined, और वो बहुत ज़्यादा अनुशासन प्रिय भी दिखाया गया है. So he keeps finding faults in the things done at home. इसलिए वो घर पर की जाने वाली क्रियाओं में कोई ना कोई कमी निकालता रहता है. And he is very strict with his daughter as well. केजिया के साथ भी वो बहुत सख्त है. He neither showers any loving words nor does he ever pat her. ना तो वो केजिया के साथ कभी प्यारे शब्दों में बात करते हुए दिखाई देता है हमें, और ना ही कभी शाबाशी देते हुए. केजिया इज लिटरली बैडली स्केयर्ड ऑफ हिम, सो शी अवॉइड्स फेसिंग हिम. उससे बहुत ज़्यादा डरती है, इसलिए उसके सामने जाने से भी बचती है. शी फील्स रिलीव्ड व्हेन ही इज़ अवे फ्रॉम द हाउस. और उसे सुकून महसूस होता है, अच्छा लगता है जब पापा घर से दूर होते हैं. शी इज़ सो स्केयर्ड ऑफ हिम दैट शी कैन नॉट पिक अप द करेज टू टॉक टू हिम. इतना डरती है कि उससे बात करने की भी हिम्मत नहीं जुटा पाती. इवन व्हेन शी नीड्स टू टॉक, यहाँ तक कि जब उसे बात करने की ज़रूरत होती भी है, शी ओनली स्टटर्स, सिर्फ अटकती है. एंड हर स्पीच बिकम्स अनक्लियर, और उसकी बात अनक्लियर स्पीच की फॉर्म में बाहर आती है. एक्चुअली वंस केजिया वॉचेस मिस्टर मैकडोनाल्ड फैमिली हु लिव्स नेक्स्ट डोर. एक बार केजिया मैकडोनाल्ड नाम के पर्सन की फैमिली को देख लेती है जो साथ वाले घर में रहते हैं. Playing with each other, laughing and enjoying. The father and his 5 children were having so much fun together. Kezia sees this and gets disappointed. She feels forced to put a comparison between her own father and Mr. MacDonald. And this is very important episode of this story. She wishes her father could also be like that Mr. MacDonald. In this story, 5 members are shown. One is Kezia, her mother, her father, her grandmother, and a cook. The concluding part of the story appears to be very interesting and is really very important, as the concluding part of the story changes the ending. One day when Kezia was alone in the house, she couldn't sleep as she was in habit of sleeping with her grandmother. But that day grandmother was not there in the house, so she was sleeping alone. She had her usual nightmare. One nightmare is described in the story that scared Kezia badly. In that nightmare, she used to see a butcher, एक कसाई with a knife was approaching her. उसे दिखाई देता है कि कोई कसाई चाकू लेकर उसकी तरफ बढ़ रहा है. She screamed at this. वो इस सपने के आने पर चिल्लाती है. Hearing her scream, her father came with a candle in her room and consoled her, took her to his own room. उसे अपने कमरे में ले आते हैं and made her lie down next to him. और उसे अपने पास ही सुला लेते हैं. That moment, that day, Kezia felt a very important thing. Kezia realized that he was a loving father. Her opinion about her father changed. So dear students, whatever have been told to you, please do it very sincerely and carefully along with the figures of speech. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.